Hello, colleagues. Welcome to Salesforce United Community. Today, we are going to discuss with you how AI capabilities can propel your business efficiency, and we will put special emphasis on Salesforce Copilot and cover its capabilities, including the latest updates from Spring 2024 release notes. Our speakers, Viktar and Amarender, will describe the capabilities, and afterwards they will demonstrate how they work live. I would like to encourage you to add your questions in the chat, which is on the right side of your screen, and enjoy this event. So I'm ready to pass my mic to Victor and Amarender. Guys, you're welcome.
Hello everyone. So the question is simple, right? So that is AI is not new, just the method of working with it is changing rapidly. So this acceleration opens the way for conversational AI like Einstein Copilot to play a key role in streaming work processes and improving employee efficiency. And it changes how business interacts with CRM systems. Why Copilot today? Because it is trusted, it is natural language, and it is conversational. So as a personal assistant, Einstein Copilot will sit in the CRM application and respond instinctively to any user queries. So this goes as far as the gathering personal data from across the ecosystem to give you informative answers to the questions based on a specific client or specific details. What is interesting, it is the intuitive chat interface, right? So which is embedded in your users' flows. It makes easy for them to get Einstein's helps within Salesforce. Behind the scenes, the Copilot uses a large language model to understand the user's messages, identify and execute relevant actions. Why it matters? About 86% of the IT executive believes that generative AI will make a revolution, yeah, and will bring an impact. And today is already about the 24% rise about the workplaces in this area. And this increases the adoption of AI, and it indicates that it's becoming a crucial tool for accomplishing practical business processes and tasks throughout the organization. So that's why we are together here. Let the journey begin. So now I would like to say several words about the team. So can you switch the slide, please? So my colleague Amarender and me will be just the crew for you today. And let's go through the agenda quickly. So there are several topics we would like to cover. That is the overall idea about the platform, about the trust layer, so what is behind. Then we will speak a little bit about Einstein Copilot and the studio. Then we go to speak about prompt builder and discuss several topics of the live usage. So that's it for today. Amarender, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Victor. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are from. So, Einstein One platform is a trusted AI platform that integrates with various applications for a seamless user experience. It has three main components: Data Cloud for real time data processing, CRM apps for industry specific needs, and Einstein for ensuring that security, privacy, and transparency of AI models. These components are interconnected through a metadata framework supported by App Exchange and also MuleSoft. The platform is integrated, intelligent, automated, and open source, enhancing your Salesforce experience. It's designed to provide a comprehensive and efficient solution for your needs. Einstein One platform is core is its trusted AI and data architecture, which integrates AI and data handling for intelligent, up-to-date insights. It features a unified metadata framework for a seamless integration across applications, stringent security protocols including end-to-end encryption and real-time data actions for timely decision making. This architecture provides a secure, efficient, and intelligent tool for Salesforce users. How the Einstein Trust Layer works? It is a part of Einstein 1 platform and is sophisticated mechanism enhancing data security and management in CRM applications. It integrates with CRM apps, retrieves various types of data securely, and ensures grounding and masking for privacy. It provides prompt defense mechanisms against threats and implements a zero retention policy for enhanced security. It's compatible with both internal and external models, allowing seamless integration across systems. It also includes toxicity detection, data masking, and maintains an audit trail for transparency and accountability. In essence, it's a comprehensive solution for advanced data protection, enhancing data management, and is essential tool for business dealing with sensitive customer data. Let's take a deeper look into the Instant Trust layer. It has several components, each playing a crucial role in ensuring the trustworthiness of the AI models. Einstein Trust Layer is a comprehensive system designed to enhance data security and efficiency in CRM applications. Here is deep dive into its key components and processes. The Hyperforce native architecture. The Einstein Trust Layer is built on a Hyperforce native architecture. This means it's designed to leverage the power and scalability of Salesforce Hyperforce platform, ensuring robust performance and seamless integration with Salesforce services. Secure invocation of LLMs. The Ancient Trust Layer securely invokes large language models to process and analyze data. This ensures that the data is handled in a secure and controlled manner, protecting it from potential threats and breaches. Dynamic grounding and data masking. Einstein Trust Layer implements dynamic grounding and data masking processes, which refers to the process of anchoring data in a secure environment, while data masking involves concealing sensitive information to protect privacy. Integration with Salesforce apps and external trust models. The Instant Trust Layer is designed to integrate seamlessly with Salesforce apps and external trust models. This allows for a unified and efficient data management system that can operate across various platforms and systems. And finally, we have CRM, Data Cloud, and MuleSoft data, which is within the Salesforce trust boundary. The Instant Trust Layer operates within the Salesforce trust boundary, handling CRM data, Data Cloud data, and the MuleSoft data. This ensures that all the data is managed in a secure and controlled environment, adhering to Salesforce stringent data security standards. LLM Gateway featuring prompts defense, toxicity detection, and completions. The Instant Trust Layer features an LLM gateway that includes prompt defense mechanism, toxicity detection capabilities, and completion processes. These features enhances the system's ability to securely process and analyze the data, ensuring the integrity and reliability of the data. So, Einstein Copilot. So, Einstein Copilot is an AI assistant in Salesforce that enhances user experience by predicting user actions, recommending optimal actions, and automating routine tasks. It uses AI to analyze behavior patterns and make timely suggestions, helping users navigate Salesforce efficiently. It also assists in decision making and improves productivity by taking over repetitive tasks. In essence, Einstein Copilot is a powerful tool that makes using Salesforce easier and more efficient. Einstein Copilot Studio. So this is a part of Salesforce Einstein AI platform, allows customization of Einstein Copilot for specific business needs. It includes the prompt builder for creating custom prompts, the action builder for creating custom AI actions, and the model builder for building or importing AI models. These tools enhance the capabilities of Einstein Copilot, allowing you to automate tasks, guide AI decisions, and tailor AI behavior to your needs, improving efficiency and effectiveness. I would like to Victor to describe about the Einstein Copilot configuration?
Okay, so the first question which usually arises is just what is the difference between chatbot and assistant, and that is the first thing when arises when we speak about Copilot Studio. So I would like to say that they are both conversational interfaces, but at the same time, chatbots can be rule-based, ML-powered, and rely on AI and NLP, while virtual assistants rely on artificial emotional intelligence. At the same time, chatbots are mostly non-proficient in language processing, and virtual assistants can understand the semantic of the human language. Then chatbots assist businesses to improve customer support mostly. And we know that assistants are incorporated into applications to perform everyday actions. And also chatbots are deployed or on websites and applications, messaging portals, and while virtual assistants are integrated into devices they are a part of. Let me share my screen for a moment. So here we will go inside the studio, and I would like to show you a little bit about the setup. So generally speaking about my studio is that it is the Copilot, which is set up quite easily. So Einstein generative AI should be switched on, and then we can go inside the Einstein Copilot Studio itself. So what are the features? So the features are that it is the skills builder, model builder, and prompt builder are incorporated into the Copilot itself. And when we start the setup, we activate the Einstein Copilot for us, and we go to Einstein Copilot itself and see the details and descriptions around the actions behind. So that is one of the main building blocks. Then we go to system messages. So that is how you interact for the first time with the users. So some welcoming messages or error messages, so you can easily set up it. And you can go to language settings. It is still in progress, but it is already showing the difference in between the tone. So it can be formal, it can be neutral, or it could be casual, like informal. And you can also build some connections for the flow builder. Generally, when you go inside the Copilot, you will see that it is generally the interface where you can see the actions. You can go to your library, to the customize actions, and assign it to the Copilot builder, or you can just test anything around. For example, if you open the to show open opportunities, you can easily have the backstage scenario visualized, so you can see what is the Copilot doing related to your request. You can investigate and learn how the machine is working behind. So you see that what is about the input and what is the output for our request. Also, you can go here and see the logs, which is just the main part about the tracking, how it works, and make some short setups of the language. The main thing that if you need to make any changes to the Copilot, you need to deactivate, work and set up it, and then activate it back. What is important is about the permissions. So generally, we have here two main permission sets for admins and users, and without letting people the Copilot, they will not feel the power of it. The next idea behind is about the general interface. So we can have a separate window for actions where we can assign some custom ones based on Apex, on flows, or the prompt templates, Or you can go to analytics, that is more advanced thing where you can investigate how it is used, how it works, what is the statistics split by the period of time. Then you can see how the users are interacting, and what is the success rate of the usage of your Copilot. And the last thing I wanted to say about the infrastructure of Copilot is that there are visual and non-visual blocks. So visual, we have just discussed with you. So that is the Einstein Copilot and actions which you can see and interact. And there are also some things like reasoning engine, so that is the orchestration of the Copilot, so it chooses the right flows for you and incorporates some actions. And the large language model, so which is like the power of the communication. And it is just not only set inside CRM to work, but it also gives you the possibility to uh, teach new models and use them in some further analysis. So that's from my side about the ecosystem. So Amar, please, you can continue.
Thanks, Victor. All right. Let me show you a demo of how Copilot works. I have few things. Maybe I can just, I'm on the service cloud. So I would just ask the Copilot to show me the cases which are high outstanding and high priority cases. So I just give a prompt to the Copilot asking like, can you inform if there are any outstanding high priority cases that I need to address? So Copilot will take this prompt as an input and it will analyze our requests and it will make the multiple steps like how to process the prompt, and then it works and provides a out result. So here it checks across the data available in the CRM data and data cloud and MuleSoft data and gives the result. So this is how it shows up the data for us. So if you see I've asked the high priority cases, then it displayed the cases of high priority one. And if you click on view more, so when you click on the view more, it loads the data, all the data available here. So by default, it shows only 3 cases on the Copilot. And if you want to see additional cases, it would be available across here. Like there are 12 high priority cases that have come as part of the result. And in similar way we have multiple we can issue multiple things. For example, I just want to look into the cases whose subject has been like a turbine issues. So I'm just hitting this instruction, like giving this prompt to the Copilot, so it will analyze our request and come up with the result where cases subject would contains turbine in it. By this, I can work on the turbine related cases efficiently, maybe quickly. So if you see here, I got the 3 cases whose subject is on the turbine. And if I click the view more, so I got the cases record list. Like I see like 4 cases are available with the subject turbine. So by this, the executive who is working on the support executive who is working can easily ask Copilot like what is available, and he can work on it very quickly instead of navigating to the every tab and checking. And there is a, I would like to show up a scenario where you cannot directly come up with a solution. Like I just asking like if there are any contacts in the system who regularly submit the cases, like who often submit the cases on weekly basis. I just wanted to give this prompt and see how the Copilot behaves. So here Copilot has just provided the generic message like I can help find Salesforce CRM records based on the specific conditions. So what happens is like if there is some customization kind of thing would needed like here for this kind of prompt, because it cannot figure out in a direct manner. So it we have to customize the Copilot, for which we have the features to the Copilot which we can be enabled, like customizing using flows or customizing using the Apex in the backend. So you can configure the Apex and you can write the logic to provide the data to it to the Copilot. So this is a kind of a scenario where customization would be required. And let me go back to the presentation, and I would like to explain about the life cycle of a prompt in Salesforce. So life cycle of a prompt in Salesforce involves four key steps. First one is the creating prompt templates that serve as a starting point of the for the prompts, grounding prompts with data to ensure they provide accurate information, embedding prompts in workflows to guide users and automate tasks, combining prompts with actions to trigger specific actions when conditions are met. This process makes the prompts effective and relevant, contributing to Salesforce efficiency and productivity. It showcases the power and flexibilities of Salesforce AI capabilities. So, let me, Victor, could you start with the demo of Prompt Builder?
Um, yeah, sure. Let's go to the live demo related to that. So let's imagine the scenarios that we need to interact with assistant, right? So you want to get some information behind. So maybe you're preparing for a report or any other stuff of the routine on the daily basis. So for example, you want to show all cases, right? So the system will give you the answer, generally starting showing you some content, and step by step you can get more peculiar result. For example, we can start with the case presentation. So here, for example, I see that we have some closed cases, and I have a task to make the report on all open cases. So I just can on the go change the idea of this prompting. So, and here the prompt, you just put them in hand, and it's just simplifying your integration. So imagine that you need to go to any case and make the summarization of the case. So generally, as Amar already said, that we have already some hints for you what to do related to a window. But here we had a good possibility to create a special field inside the view, and using generative AI, we populate fields with values made through the prompt builder. So here is we just not trying to get summarization, but also we try to keep it in a special field, which then you can use in any reports. How it works, you just click the magic stick. So here you see that you have an opportunity to fulfill the summary. So you click on it, and generative AI starts preparing it for you, and you can easily use it. So what happens? It's already propagated into the field. So just in order to use it, we need to in the Lightning builder to add the field. So, and for this record detail component, we must migrate to dynamic form. So what is used? So you just can save it, and voila, you have this quick summary inside your layout. So how it works? Generally, when we go to the prompt builder, so we can play with it. We create a simple prompt which gives us the possibility not just to give the text to ask the machine, but also to work with the resource. For example, here we indicated that it should be case and indicated the field we will work with. And here we can see that the fields are collected on the go from the case we are at the moment of prompting. What is interesting about the prompt builder, so on the right you can decide on the template properties, choosing the model, for example, but also you can play with it. For example, we can play with any of the real cases in the system, and we can just preview how the system works. So we can investigate, maybe to add some details or to delete something, just to understand how it works. And when we are ready with this prompt, so as I said, with the Copilot, we can use it in the actions, and this one can be tested in the Copilot studio itself, so that we already discussed with you. So you can activate the action and play how it works with the real chat. With the prompts, that is a new strategy to learn about the generative AI and about prompt engineering. But generally, to cover this topic in full, we can say that it's not only prompts that are used in the flow, but also you can initiate the flows. For example, we can initiate a return, which is not the prompt, but it's already a flow. And you can see that the system works related to the flow, which is already present in the system. So there are two scenarios, positive and negative. So you can update it using different input keys. So for example, I want to return the order, but the order is out of the window. I can try with some other order to work, and I also initiate return. So how it works? Generally, we have a flow behind, and we want to propagate the return status field. So you see, when I add this order, which is in the window, so I can see that the return process has begun, and we are already propagating a new status into this order initiated. You see it. What is behind? So you create a simple flow. So initiate return, which is just checking for the possibility of the 30 days in between, and shows us the message, either it is positive or negative. Behind the scene is the action, which is just something you use. So it is initiate report, where you create an action created based on the flow, and you just say that, please, you need an input which you need to insert into the Copilot, and I will show you the message which flows creates at the end. So just covering the tool once again, we have actions which can be based on Apex, it can be based on flows, it can be based on prompts. What is difference? The flows are just set up and preset programmatically. With Apex is just one more level of efficiency, and prompt templates, that is what you can create yourself in the prompt builder. And all this gives you the possibility to enhance your methods of cooperating with the assistants, giving the Copilot the understanding, so what you want to get from it. That's it for my side of the presentation. Amaret.
Thanks, Victor. I would like to show you the one more demo related to drafting and sending an emails to the customer. So I just asked the Einstein Copilot, to send an email to Mark Smith introducing like yourself as the account manager for Acme in South Florida and offering to be a contact for exploring technology solutions. I just given the prompt for this particular action. So it will figure out the request and it will prepare a content how I can provide the email to the particular customer. So let's see up. So it is asking to whom I can send. So is it like a for account Mark Smith or a contact Mark Smith? So since both are the one and the same, this is a person. This seems to be a business account, and I would like to send to a person. So I am just selecting to the contact and submit. So here it would prepare the draft content to send an email to the Mark Smith, stating like we are from the uh, we are acting as account manager for Acme. So it has prepared this content, and when we copy the draft, it just copies to the clipboard the content. If we send an email, so it will open up the short window. Yeah. So it took a little bit time. So it opens up the window where you can see the content over here. Mm, yeah. So it drafts the complete email, which will help the executives to seamlessly work with the customer, and they can be very productive while sending an email to the. So it can we can make this happen with different templates. We have prompt templates with different things. For example, here the standard templates have been given, like to check in, to introduce yourself, and to nudge for the follow up, like if you wanted to follow up on the any opportunity. So we can send we also have the sending meeting invite, which will help to send a calendar invite to them. So this is how we have the draft an email with Einstein, and I would like to show up the one more Einstein capability using the omni-channel version. Like I just wanted to keep available for the service executive to be available, and I would make a chat to the executive, support executive, making an request as a chat request to the service executive. So here, when he receives the prompt, so yeah, so he had a prompt with it. So he accepts the prompt and he will continue the conversation with the customer. So once he clicks on the tick, it opens up a chat conversation on a tab, and he can start the issue here. So I just wanted to see 1 second. So as an agent, I am asking like I just want to understand what is the exact issue of the customer. So I just provide the prompt message to customer. Now customer would be receiving the same thing. So customer would be mentioning like what is exactly he is getting the problem. Like he mentions like when I enter the username and password for on login page, it says invalid username and password. So please contact the system administrator. So whenever this message has come from the customer, so let whenever Einstein looks for this message from the customer, it searches in the CRM data like knowledge articles, and it prepares the content over here. If you see under the service replies, we see the Einstein recommendations. Like it has a trouble logging in. Can you help me troubleshoot this issue? And I keep getting an error message about the invalid. So it provides the messages like a content which can be posted directly to the customer, or he can just edit, click on edit, so that it will comes as a draft over here, and he can change the message and he can send send the message to the customer. So this is how the Einstein would be helpful to the service executive in providing the content quicker enough. So this is about the live chat example, and we have Einstein Studio. Victor, do you want to explain about the Einstein Studio?
Uh, yes, great that you mentioned this topic about the models and about the different ideas behind the studio. So the one of the ideas is that everything is a black box. Okay, so let me share my screen for a moment. I wanted to show you an interesting idea behind that. It's not only the black box you can interact. From my side, that is an idea of the uh, large language model, and which you can teach and integrate. So that is the new idea and concept for the data scientists and data engineering teams to manage and deploy the models. So here you can see that we can work with predictive models and foundational models. So general idea is that foundational AI models, they are versatile foundation for a wide range of AI applications, and generative AI models, they are for creating a new content. What is interesting that you can work with adding a new model, so either from the scratch or connecting any other system as the Amazon SageMaker, Databricks, Cloud, Vertex AI model. And you can also work with the foundational models itself, so you can add it from the sources as Azure OpenAI model or the GPT OpenAI model. What is interesting is that you can configure a new one. For example, I played today, and I wanted myself to create the initial questions to a new client, and you see that the system started working for me, checking the prompt. What is interesting, you can play even with the prompting, choosing the temperatures, the keywords to be used in the final result. Generally covering what I said about the prompts before, and about the data which is used. It's good that you can learn to use the Copilot as the assistant, but it's also good to know how it works, and put your impact into the creating of new data models yourselves. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thanks, Victor. So finally, I would like to how Einstein would be helpful for the developers. So Einstein for Developers is an AI-powered developer tool available as an easy-to-install VS Code extension, which is built using the CodeGen, the secure custom AI model from Salesforce. It assists through the Salesforce development process with expertise learned from anonymized code patterns. Current capabilities are like Einstein for Developers generates Apex code from natural language prompts and automatically suggests code completions as you type. It also quickly generates unit tests for your Apex methods. Trusted Generative AI at Salesforce is one of the Einstein solutions that are designed, developed, and delivered to be compliant with Salesforce 5 principles for trusted generative AI. They prioritize accuracy, precision, and recall in their models, and back their model outputs up with explanations and sources whenever possible. So how to set up this Einstein for developers? So this is available in the VS Code and OpenVSX sorry marketplaces. The extension is enabled by default in a supported Salesforce org. A developer with access to a supported org can use the extension to generate Apex code from natural language instructions, get coding suggestions using line autocomplete, or generate Apex unit tests to quickly accomplish required code coverage. So let me go to the VS Code and show up how it behaves. Mm, so I'm just heading to the so this is the Einstein for Developers extension, which can be installed on VS Code marketplace from the extensions tab. So you can just search for Einstein for developers and you can install it directly. And if you see here, like we can provide the prompt. So for example, let me provide a prompt like kind of write an apex method to retrieve the contacts who often submit cases. Just I'm clicking on send. So it takes this prompt and it will on the code gen model. So it will create a apex class with apex method. So how it needs to be. So I just try to create this class manually using the create apex class and utility class. Sorry, it has added the space as well. So I have added this class and just copy the entire code and just switch. So here I've added the class. So this has been provided by the Einstein for developers extension. So you can easily make this. So here, since it is evolving extension, so there could be a chance it might fail to follow the best practices. Eventually, as a human being, so as a developer, we have to be thorough check to the, we have to review the code, whatever has been presented by the Einstein for developers. Once we review the things, we can make the changes, tune the code as per the best practices. And then we can also may generate the test classes as well. So here we have the option called generate a test from the Einstein extension. So when you click on the generate a test, it will show up whether to create in a new file or do you want to append in existing file. I just go to the creation of a new file and it will just create a new file. And if you see, like it will provide the content of the test coverage like test methods, and you can just click on accept to accept whatever the code has been presented. If you want to like I just want to other code needs to be written, then click on try again. So that's how the apex test class will be written. And there is a one more use case, like if you have like to generate auto completion one. So I just wanted to bring the retrieve the products from the Salesforce org, but I'm not aware how to write them. So I'm just writing the method syntax, and maybe I would check if Einstein for developers would help me in making that code completion done. So I just written the signature like method syntax, and I'm waiting if this can help me. I guess, and since it is having the some issues in the runtime compilation, so it is unable to figure it out. So let me just remove this one. Yeah, if you see, it suggested the auto compilation, and it will provide us what we require. For example, here it has suggested like entity type is equal to product and whatever we would like to provide here. So it's keep on suggesting the code, and we can just hit the tab to accept that code. So this is how it provides the code auto completion feature from the Einstein for developers extension. So I think that's it from my side. Victor, do you want to add anything?
Um, Thank you very much. From my side, I feel that we covered all the topics. So we spoke about the infrastructure behind the Einstein One platform. We spoke about the Copilot Studio, about the building elements. We spoke about the actions and the building blocks for the actions. Also, we looked at how we can start using it from scratch, even if you are not efficient with some programming, and we looked into prompt engineering, just how to enhance your cooperation with the Copilot. And as the cherry on the pie, we looked at this magic possibility for the developers to use it in the everyday work. That's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you guys for giving a sneak peek into Salesforce Copilot. We have a couple of questions. Before we jump to them, just a reminder to our listeners that you're more than welcome to add your questions. So feel free to put them in the chat. We still have time. And let me start from the first question. Can I play with Copilot for free, or is it a paid feature? Victor, Amarender?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so from my side, a short, there is a demo org, so it can be for the partners or just for the users. In the trailheads, you can start using it. It is said that it has some limitations, but I beg you that you can see all the features related to Copilot there.
Yeah, to add on to that, so we have like two kind of demo orgs available. So one is a trial org, which is whose validity is for the 5 day. Like you can trial as anyone can trial for the 5 day trial org. And there is a one more type of demo org, which can be requested through the partner learning cap, which would be like 30-day long period. So the validity would be 30 days. Yep.
Okay, thank you. So
Yeah,
people have something to choose from. Yeah, Victor.
yeah, just try to add that you can always prolong this partner demo org and up to 12 months and
Mm,
use it at your taste.
good notice. Okay, the next question. Are there any limitations for Copilot usage? Probably you have already covered or something to add about
Uh,
limitations. Mhm.
I can start from my side. Yeah, so I'm more business user, and I would say that that is a machine, right? And we tried to show you the scenarios which may work, right? So generally, there are so many cases you can use Copilot, but the way you interact is different. Generally, what it says that every time you make new request to the system, it's a new way of system thinking. So it means that you may get different answers to the same question when you try to go. On the other hand, so we spoke about actions, right? So, and actions, to the moment, it is suggested not to use more than 15 actions at the same time. Why? Because the system, so that magic engine we also spoke with you about, is working somewhere behind, and it chooses which scenario is to use. So the better you use the technology, the better cooperation you have. But it is still learning from you, and and the system is learning from you, and you're learning from the system. So that's that from business perspective. Am I right?
So to be precise, like limitations on the things. So this is again the generative AI, which Einstein Copilot has in its backend. As any generative AI, so this is kind of a token based system. So we have limitations of like whenever we give the prompts, it will take the prompts and parse into a tokens kind of thing in the technical terms, and it will provide the result as a tokenization form. Like it doesn't immediately provide you the whole content sometimes. So for that, like it will prepare the grounding thing, it will pass the result as well. Once we receive the result from the LLMs, like large language models, whether it could be the OpenAI, whether it could be the Azure AI, or whether it could be the SageMaker AI, any large language model. So we kind of check, we will ground the result so that any sensitive information is not being showed up to the user. So there would be certain limitations which are currently, since it is on the demo, so it's not at completely provided. So as Victor mentioned, currently we have the actions limit on the per an org. Yeah.
Yeah, and one more thing to add. So that's I have recently learned myself. There is a very deep discussion today in the Salesforce community with this data cloud, your own models. because on the one hand we spoke about the trust layer, right? So that is something that is not in the system, and on the other hand the system and data cloud gives you the playground. So here you should also remember about these security limitations, about the data you try to use in your mechanisms related to Salesforce, right?
Okay, thank you so much. It seems like the system is still evolving, but has a lot of potential. And then there is the other question. What Salesforce capabilities will Salesforce Copilot potentially replace? Do you have any idea? Or it's too
Mm,
early to say?
I would like to say like it doesn't replace, but it is a kind of add-on to the existing capabilities. So, for example, as I may showed in the demo, like we can just search from the Copilot window itself if we wanted to go for any prompts, and if we can also draft an email. So this doesn't replace the things, but it improves the efficiency and the productivity of the user. So I don't think replacing wouldn't be happen in this case, but it would be definitely helping the users to achieve more than what they usually do.
Yeah, good point. So that is assistant, right? So and everywhere we are using. So this is the interface to help you. So just to cover, so it is just working with marketing, sales, service. It is the generation of the prompts, like we spoke, emails. So it is just Apex code, and also we can say that uh, if you look in different directions, you will understand the usage. So we showed you the interface, the cooperation with some requests. So we spoke about using the already created flows and prompts. So that is already the basement and something on the top of it. And if we go to prompt engineering, I think that the future may be here in this area. So that is something like you automate and it works, right? So and you don't need to write a lot of text. You already have a lot of things prepared and thought, worked on, and you already know which instruments will be triggered through your text in the assistant.
All right. Um, then moving on. Question. Both prompt templates and copilots, are they the same?
I would like to say like a Copilot is a assistant which takes inputs of prompts. Like prompts is an instruction what user want, um, and Copilot is a platform where you can input the prompts. So prompt templates is something you can use them to create your user defined kind of prompts so that you can use regularly on the daily basis.
Yeah, if you remember from the presentation when we went into Copilot Studio, prompt builder is not included, right? So this is like a separate instrument, the separate power. We should remember one thing about Copilot, that there is a special process which is called assignment of actions to Copilot. It means that you have Apex, you have flows, and you have prompts, and you assign it to the Copilot and say, guys, we have something, use it. Yeah, so that's why that is only one more instrument like data cloud, just to support Copilot to be the excellent tool.
Okay, thank you for clarifying the difference. So the next one, what is the recommended model by Salesforce for the Copilot?
So I guess like it doesn't like in general like it will say like Salesforce own model can be used, but it's flexible to the customer. Like based on his requirement, you can create the custom model of your own. Like you can bring your own model. That flexibility has been provided by the Salesforce, or you can connect with any third party model, or you can use the OpenAI model. So it's not like hard and fast rule to use only specific model that is offered by the Salesforce or anyone else.
Okay. Thank you, Amarender. And the last question for now. What languages does the translation support cover?
General,
You mean the, yeah, please go ahead.
yeah. So generally, reality is English, and generally what we saw in the presentation. So behind the information is that it's just standard languages like Spanish, French, Japanese. I would say there is a very interesting thing about languages, right? So as we speak about a large language model, it should be ready for its usage, and it means that it should be trained and whatever. So to the moment, as we understand that English is already prepared and already set to the use, and it's like something that we can trust at least to. But it is said that according to your org, it will be like switched and accepted throughout the those five standard ones behind the scene.
All right. Thank you, Victor. So, based on what I can see, we don't have any new questions. So, I believe that we can finish for today. It was very informative. Thank you, Victor and Amarender, for gathering all of us together and covering the Copilot capabilities. And for our audience, I would like to remind that if you would like to participate in our community, you're welcome. Feel free to connect with us and subscribe to our channels, which are in the chat. And let's see each other next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.